Let's think about an idea together. An idea about choice and what it actually means to be free.
I'm pretty sure you know this feeling. You've definitely been here before. You're standing there, maybe at the grocery store, or maybe you're just scrolling online. It doesn't really matter where you are. What matters is the shelf and everything on it. Just look at them all. Every single one promising something a little different, each one fighting for your attention. It's a whole wall of possibilities. And somewhere in all that noise, a quiet thought comes up. The ability to pick any single one of them, well, that feels like freedom.
But are you? Are you really free? In that specific moment, surrounded by all that choice, what is the feeling, really?
So let's take a closer look at that feeling, that moment when you finally make a decision.
Seriously, think about it. After you've weighed all the options, you've gone back and forth, and you finally put something in your cart, do you feel powerful, or is it something else?
Because those two things, they're not the same, not at all. Power is about control, the ability to influence things. But relief is just the pressure being gone. They come from two completely different places.
And maybe that's the whole secret. The satisfaction isn't really in the act of choosing itself. I mean, that part is often pretty stressful, isn't it? The real satisfaction comes from the simple fact that it's over.
Relief, calm, closure, these are the feelings we're actually looking for. That quiet that just settles in once the decision has been made. And this feeling, this is something the system we live in understands perfectly.
But this intense focus on personal choice, this whole idea that you are the sum of your decisions, it's actually pretty new. It wasn't always this way. For most of human history, your path in life was pretty much set. You were born into a role, a trade, a community. There wasn't some huge menu of options for your life. And weirdly, people didn't feel trapped. They felt located. They knew where they belonged. And then, something changed.
As all of those options started to multiply, so did a new kind of weight, a burden that was placed squarely on the individual.
Think of it this way. Before, if your life was difficult, it was often because the system itself was unfair or limiting. But now, with endless options, if you're unhappy, the implication is that you just chose wrong. The failure feels personal.
And this is so crucial. What we call freedom of choice has also become this mechanism for transferring responsibility. The responsibility for your own happiness, your own success, it now rests entirely on you.
So if that feeling we chase isn't really freedom, then what is it? Let's zoom out a little bit and look at the larger structure this all creates.
You get to choose your career, your lifestyle, your brand of coffee. There are thousands of different doors. But the hallway, the fundamental pressure that says you must keep choosing, you must keep optimizing, you must keep participating, that hallway is the same for everyone. And that's the trap. When you believe you've freely chosen your path, you'll defend it, even if it's making you miserable. Because to question the choice is to admit that you were wrong, or maybe that you weren't really free in the first place.
It's like we've all made this silent trade. We gave up the stability of certainty for endless options. We traded a deep sense of belonging for radical personalization. We swapped having a clear direction for constant flexibility. And we called all of it progress.
But that flexibility, it has a cost. It never lets you rest. There's always another choice you have to make, another upgrade to consider. It's this constant low-level hum of pressure. It's just exhausting, isn't it?
So what if we've been looking at freedom all wrong? What if the goal isn't just to have more and more choices?
What if true freedom isn't about picking the right thing from the menu, but in realizing you don't have to order anything at all? The freedom to just ignore the noise, to be content with what is, and to opt out of the endless cycle of optimization.
Maybe that is the ultimate act of self-determination, to simply stop, to decide that you are already enough, and to find a quiet kind of freedom in that refusal.